What's up, YouTube? Daniel Carmi here for another episode of Minecraft Law Listen and Watch. As you may, if you're listening to the stories I've been telling throughout the episodes, you know that I have an ear infection, and that makes recording very difficult considering that my microphone mounts to my head like it's like a headset microphone. It's not a freestanding microphone. And so, quick update on that. It hasn't gotten much better, to be honest. But I hear a zombie at my door. Knock, knock, knocking away. I wonder where he is. It's not here. It's not here. It's not here or here. But he's somewhere, and I sure hear him. Come taste my Smite 5 sword. I sure as hell heard him. Okay, so until I find him, fair warning, today is not gonna be... Is this him? You're knocking from the wrong side, buddy. Alright, well, today's not gonna be a very exciting episode, because since summer is coming up and I have 3 more days of school left, so I have finals this week, I'm going to be making an attempt to get out 5 videos a week, and once a week or 1 week out of the month to do a video a day for a week. And I know it's a big thing to ask, considering it's going to be a lot of hard work. But you're going to have to get used to it, that if I'm going to make that many videos, problem is I'm not going to be able to make every single video super exciting, building something new, and a lot of videos might be stuff like just building, and there might be a few repetitive things. What I did between episodes, I tore out the entire enchantment room, and I put it over here, because it just seems like a more efficient place. I also redesigned it, made it more open and nice, and this is friendly for the future 1.3 update. This enchantment room here is going to be for low level enchants, and this one is going to be for high level enchants. And the way with all of the new methods that make it work, I'm pretty sure that's going to cover all the bases, and I don't need such a complicated enchantment room. So what I'm going to do this episode is, if you notice, the reason I put grass to cover all the floor, and that I don't have any exposed stone brick in most places, any exposed smooth stone, rather I put stone brick, because I'm trying to make it feel like it's not underground. And that's why I also light it up so well with glowstone and not with torches. But one of the overworld has 2 parts to it, the floor and the sky. And as you can see, the floor here is grass and the sky is blue, and so it almost gives that outdoorsy feel. So I am going to try to give that same outdoorsy feel to the big area down in the bottom. And for that, I will need my handy dandy shears, and I'll go for a run of the sheep farm. If you notice, my sheep farm, it doesn't have all colors of sheep, but 1 or 2 at a time. And the reason I do that is because I don't want to go into such complex things to make such complicated sheep farms when I'm never gonna have a project where I'll need a whole rainbow of sheep, but I sure as hell will need a project that requires a whole bunch of one kind of sheep. And so if you make these crazy sheep farms, you can't really make very well these projects that require one kind of sheep color. And so whenever I need a whole bunch of one color, I will just dye all the sheep that color and have my way. Let me actually unwield my baby making foods. And now I'll just shear them all up. Did you see that? That guy got sheared and then ate right after it and didn't look like he lost his wool. Or no, there were 2 sheep. Aha. I'm up to your trickery. What I might do though is install a little water contraption to just flush all of the wool to one spot so I don't actually need to jump in to get the wool. That seems like that might help, but let me just get a few more blue wool, and this episode is not going to be, as I said, so exciting like me destroying something or building something new or testing. It's just going to be me replacing some ceilings, and then I have a few other plants. I got almost a stack from that. Let's see if I can get a few more sheeps sheared. Sheeps has always seemed like a weird plural for the word sheep. A lot of people say it should be shoop. Like, that's how the rest of the words work. I guess what else ends with eep? Not many things, so you can't really make a law out of it, I guess. Well, that's besides the point. I do not want you taking out my inventory. Go ahead and despawn. Sit in a corner and think about what you have done. You've greatly wronged me, sir. So, I'm going to get started on it. And, of course, most episodes I would have cut that out of it. But for this episode, I'm just gonna have a relaxing video. Just talk a bit. And it's going to be a Bob Ross kind of video. You know, gotta put a little happy tree somewhere. And you can remember, you always need a place for the birds to rest their feet. I hope you get that reference. What else will I need? I should put away some of this and that. Take that. Put away that and that. And pick up thing 1, thing 2. That goes there. That goes there. And this goes here. And, ooh, I can make a perfect 8 amount of glowstone. You can't resist that when you can craft the perfect amount of glowstone. And the reason I'm taking some white wool is because I'm going to make a few floating clouds as well as just the blue sky. This project is going to, I mean, I can't actually put, or I shouldn't put wool clouds, white clouds over there. And I think the reason for that is fairly obvious because, wait, let me just think this out for a second. Because, it's a low ceiling, and if I start smothering it, I'll scan from one way across to the other. And if I start smothering with wool, then instead of being open and friendly environment, it's going to be the opposite effect. I'll start off with a little corner and see how that works. This Optifine is Opti not fine at all, because it's for some reason giving me more lag when it's supposed to be doing the opposite. Let me just get a quick look at this, see if I like it or not. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. I think I'm going to do this entire top and just leave maybe 5 or 6 blocks of stone up against the walls. Even though technically in the outer world, if you're on a flat or flat-ish area, the horizon will make even the bottom of the sky blue. But I think that would make I wouldn't like that effect. It would probably seem like a hemisphere, like a planetarium almost. And that is definitely not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for something natural looking. And I've also, and you know what I hear? I hear slimes, which means my slime farm should be functioning. It's taken me a while to cut this out. Let me go down here. I should actually find a way to cover this up. Yes. Come to me, my minions. Let me take my smiting sword. Burn. Burn. I can take you with my fists. I wave them in the air like I just don't care. And so I think, since considering that we don't really need that much slime, and this farm is providing more or less a good amount of slime already. I mean, I got 10 slime and I didn't have to do anything. I think I'm not going to make this an automatic farm. I'm going to make this a punch farm. And I left out this 8x8 area in the middle for making a slime pixel art. Because what I was originally thinking about doing is, remember this area up here from where I cut it out? I was planning on making a room over there and then cutting out the space below and filling it with glass so you can see straight down into the slime farm, and then you can actually see the slime spawning and then use that room to make something else, like a potion room. And then I thought it through, I started digging, and what do you know, with my luck, it broke right through the melon farm, and I did not have the space to do it. So that idea was completely thrown out because it would not have worked. However, I might still do it and move the melon farm somewhere else. But if I still do it, I would definitely move the melon farm, then actually build a thing, and after that, put the melon farm somewhere else, because with my luck, I would have put the melon farm back in another place which also blocks it, and that would have made me rage very hard. Actually, it probably wouldn't. I'm not the person to rage. I'm just a ray of sunshine, aren't I? Peaceful boy. The reason that video cut off unexpectedly, and so it stopped recording, and instead of doing what it should have done and saying, hey, you don't have any hard drive space, I'm stopping recording, it just said, hey, yeah, everything's cool, keep on recording, keep on wasting your time. However, in between, that I finished this part here, and I went back to collect blue wool, but this, you know what it was? It was probably this wool here catching fire. So let me just take that down for a second from the lava. Now I have to cover that up, I guess. What would look good there? What do I have on me? Let me try this out. Does that look good? No, that looks terrible. The shape looks good, but the color looks terrible. So, since it's actually made of wood, I'm gonna go get some planks and some wood fence and see if that looks good. I guess I need 9. And now that I think about it, this is also probably not a good idea. This is probably safe. So, in between episodes, I took some, I'm used to saying in between episodes. Here. In between when my recording cut off, what I did was finished up all the blue wool that you saw there, and then I ran out, so I used my entire shears getting new blue wool, and so I'm gonna do a little bit more. And you know what? I will also be taking some logs. Whoops. Snap, crackle, pop. I will be taking some leaves because, as you can see, I'm going to make, well, I'm not gonna have to tell you. You think about that for yourself. What could I possibly make with logs and leaves when I'm trying to make an outdoor environment. I don't have to tell you. I'm sure you can figure out for yourself. I'm a big boy now. Let's see if this even looks good. In case you haven't guessed, I'm making a tree robot. It's gonna be like a giant mechanoid. Kind of looks like somebody stretching a fishnet over his face, like somebody's kidnapping him. Maybe I'll try some glass or glass panes later, but for now that will have to do. Let me fill up the rest of this wool that was taken in the fire, and then I have a little bit more wool to do to place to make it look a little bit better. And as you can see, also I changed my mind. I did go with the planetarium thing with the wool coming all the way down to the horizon. What I think I'm gonna do is stretch the wool a little bit in this direction over here, and upsy daisy. And whenever I cut off the wool, like where it changes, because I'm not gonna have this entire thing here covered with blue wool because the ceiling is too low. I think it's just gonna be this area here. So I need a place where it separates, where you can see a line. Everything after this is no longer wool, and so trying to disguise that line is a bit of a challenge. So here it's really harsh, so I might try to cover that up with a little tree or something. Here it's really good because it just goes straight up to the melon farm entrance. Over here it kind of pulls off of the melon farm entrance, so it also looks more or less natural. Here it's going to come into this staircase, and then from the staircase follow the natural line all the way up to this wall, and I think it's going to stop here. So that makes a pretty good stopping thing, and looks semi-normal at least. At least it doesn't look like that other wall back there that has a big, what's it called, line smack dab in the middle. Hey everybody, here's where the wool stops. But I actually like this, and even though I'm trying to make feel it like an outdoor park, I realized that with my glowstone lighting and my attention to detail like an asthmatic hamster, I realized that this entire project I have been using normal lapis wool as opposed to light blue wool, which would have looked much more realistic, like a sky. However, I didn't even realize this until a while ago. The dark blue wool is like a night sky, and the glowstone looks exactly like stars. And so, to be honest, I think that is even nicer. So, accidental building thing, but it works out, so I'm not going to change it. And I'm also not going to change it because I already put down a lot of this wool, and I would not have the willpower to change it. 1 second, I have to sneeze. Hold on with me 1 second. And I'm back. Oh, wait 1 second, I have to sneeze again. Sorry about that. Forgot to unmute my mic, which was pretty stupid of me. But I'm liking this. I think it looks cool. Now, obviously, a straight up and down tree would not break this because it would come like a pillar, like that. So I'm gonna make a curved tree, like this, like it was planted here, and as it grew up, it kind of grew with the contours of the wall. That's right, I use words like contours, and I don't even care. Say whatever you want. contours. Let me put a little bit more. And I definitely do not want to overdo it with the trees. And I don't want to make it look like a, wait, which kind of leaves is it? Oh, that sucks. It's in a swamp biome, so it looks like swampy trees. But you know what? This may have been another accidental building help, because since it's darker, looks like it's in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Copyright infringement for the win. So that's actually much nicer than I expected. Let me put another one coming down here so it doesn't look out of place. And I think that's a nice way to break off the different what's it called, arrangement, the break off the, yeah, that's transparent block, doesn't cut off the light. Just some basic freehanding here. I find it when you build with leaves and stuff that are supposed to be natural looking, if you really think about where you're placing stuff, it makes it much uglier than if you just go at it and place randomly and then later come back and fix it up. So that looks good. And you know what? That has got me thinking to make a row of trees here and just cut them off. Or for now I will just make one little tree here. But that's an invisible block, isn't it? Glitching for the win. Everything today I say for the win. Alright, so I will try to center it with this thing. And what I was saying before is, even though this is lava, and I'm trying to make this entire thing seem like a happy outdoorsy thing, this lava, it works pretty well. It's not that bad. I'm gonna keep it. Or maybe I'll switch out the lava for water with glowstone behind it so it still provides light. And then I won't need these fences here. But actually, fences might be flammable, so I do not know. I'll put the tree down. I don't want to cover this glowstone. That would be the perfect place to put the tree. I'll put it here and then some here, because I don't want to be able to see the bare dirt from the side, because if I put this here, this log is gonna turn the grass like this into dirt, and then I'll see a side of dirt, and that's not very nice. So I'll put that there. And let me put some leaves. This is obviously not a very big tree because we are actually indoors, so I don't have that much space to make a real size tree, but I can make the best of it. I'll do it real tree style, Minecraft tree style, in which it's something like this, a plus on top of I'll put, let's see how this looks, that up there. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And is it just me, or is those leaves lighter than that? Let me just check my F3 1 second. Right now I'm in a river biome, and here I'm in a swampland biome. That's, oh, and I could also tell, didn't even realize that up to now, by the dark grass. Oh well. I don't know how much I like that now that I think about it, but I can't really change it, so there's no point to getting mad over it. I'll put 3 more wood here just to finish off this idea of these trees that are kind of making a separation between the thing. Also, the logs from these tree trunks that I'm placing here keep the leaves alive, but I saw somewhere, I forgot where, in one of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, that somebody built something out of leaves and didn't put any logs, and the leaves didn't decay. So I was wondering what that's all about. I think what might happen is, now, since I know there's 2 different block ID for leaves, not including, like birch leaves or pine leaves or jungle leaves as opposed to normal leaves. I mean, like, there's a different block ID for the same kind of leaf, but if it's decaying or not. And I'm 90% sure about that because when I used to use World Edit in SMP, and I world edited leaves, I always used one of two values for the leaf, because if I use the wrong one, then they'll decay, and if I use the right one, then they won't. So I'm pretty sure that means that there's a decaying block ID and a live block ID. And when I think it happens now that when you place what's it called, a leaf, you place it with the non-decaying kind. So whenever you place leaves, they won't decay, but if they're natural and you cut down the tree, they will. I do not know if that's for certain, but that's definitely what I observed. So I'm starting to like this place. It is getting very homely. I'll put one cloud over here and see how that looks, and then I'm probably going to be done for today's episode, because again, when I'm starting to make these episodes more often, like yesterday I put an episode, and I won't do any spoilers, but more episodes are coming up very soon. And now that I'm putting up so many episodes, I don't know how often I'm going to be able to make long episodes. So I think this might be the end of the episode. That looks good. But I think it would look better if it's 1 block higher. Even though clouds do float, but then again, even though this is a fairly high roof, I'm making something pretty big in it. I mean, I'm trying to make it look outdoors. So if I can make the clouds even higher, let's see, does that look better? I'll have to work on it. Maybe try to break this block here, make it look more natural. Yeah, I like that. But now I have that unlit area there, but I guess I can glowstone some stuff later. Let me try to put another small cloud here, just puffing away. You know what? I'm really liking these clouds. I actually like them a lot. So let me see. Another little cloud. That looks good. Let me put another one. Where else should I put a cloud? Here I can put a little one. And I do have more wool on me. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to use it because this is looking very nice. I like keeping the clouds square. Like, this cloud I can get away with, but I don't want clouds looking like a Tetris piece. Like, if I make a cloud looking like that, then whenever I look by it, it's going to look like a Tetris piece to me. But that piece over there is also a Tetris piece, but that's also a more natural shape that's not known for being a Tetris piece. Like, square, that's technically a Tetris piece. So is line and L, but those aren't known for being Tetris piece. But that T with the short leg is that's a Tetris piece. So I don't want it to seem like it that much. And you know what? I'll put one more cloud here. I don't know if I'm going cloud overboard. I definitely don't want it to look like I am. But it's supposed to look outdoorsy, so I'll put a little baby cloud here. As you notice also, all the clouds, the long direction is going that way, and the short direction is going that way and that way. And the reason I do that and maintain it pretty constant is so it looks more natural with the wind. Like, when the wind blows the clouds in one direction, the clouds are obviously not going to be does that look good? Yeah, that's good. If the wind is blowing that way, the clouds aren't going to be facing that way. That would be kind of weird. But I think I like this. I don't know if I should. This is an iffy one here. definitely make it smaller, but I don't want to have two clouds the same. So maybe make it smaller here and something. Actually, that's pretty good. I'll keep that. I wonder if mobs can spawn up there. I'm sure they can. I'll glowstone some more stuff later. Also, since leaves are transparent, I might put some glowstone hidden inside the leaves so that it gives some lighting without even noticing it. But I think that's pretty much it for today. I really like this. It does feel outdoors, and I'm not going to deny that. But thank you guys for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Of course, only if you think I deserve it. And if you don't think I deserve it, tell me why in the comments and I'll try to improve. So, I will see you guys next time. Bye.